The unemployment rate in the city right now is basically non-existent if you look at the local and the state economic reports. Now, while that is a positive, it does bring its own set of challenges. WECT's Alex Garino today tagged along as North Carolina's Commerce Secretary learned how the state can better support this area's economy. Now, Alex, city leaders might do this kind of visit regularly, but a state leader to do it, somewhat unusual.
Yeah, John.
Early voting underway for the state's primary on March 3rd.
Now, the DOT has its own voting season right now, and it's looking a little further ahead than just the first week of March. WECT's Bill Murray is reporting tonight the department is looking at plans to prioritize local projects for the next decade. But the DOT needs your help.
Well, there are some great restaurants serving up more than just shrimp.
Yeah, one of them is the Riverview Cafe. It's been around for 70 years, still owned and operated by the same family for all those years. And we stopped by just to check out their secret for success. And there's a nonprofit group in Wilmington that's actually creating a podcast to tell some of those survival stories. And they got a state grant in order to get the job done. The images air. Welcome into the WECT Digital Studio, everyone. I am John Evans. We are bringing you live coverage as another night of protest continues in downtown Wilmington. Except this evening there is a curfew that is in effect starting at 9 o'clock and going till 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Because of what has happened the last couple of nights, leaders put that curfew into effect earlier. We have two crews on the ground in downtown Wilmington. We're going to start with WECT's Kendall McGee. She is live downtown right now. Kendall, where are you and what are you seeing?
Hey, John.
Okay, Brian, I'm going to go back to Kendall and let's see if we can actually grab Sheriff Ed McMahon. He's moving up your way, Kendall. Can you grab the sheriff possibly and get a few words and see what he's saying tonight?
Yeah, John, right here we've got Sheriff McMahon rolling up. Do you want to say anything?
Everybody's being good and I'm just very excited. So hopefully we're all going to leave and have a great night. It's been a real good night for everybody to protest and we're just hopeful that everybody's going to go ahead and leave. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Eric, thanks. We're going to go to Emily Featherston in a moment, but first, a couple of things that we've just seen posted on social media. Brunswick County is now enacting a mandatory curfew for the unincorporated areas of Brunswick County. County residents in Brunswick County, that curfew goes into effect tonight, starting at 10 o'clock and is in effect through tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So if you live in the unincorporated area of Brunswick County, curfew from 10 tonight until 7 tomorrow morning.
And we just got word that
some of the highlights. The governor said we have a long night ahead. Part of New Hanover County has already gotten 9 inches of rain. They're saying 14 roads closed, many because of downed trees. And I went onto the DOT website, and a couple of those I'm seeing. One is at College Road near Wrightsville Avenue is what's called impassable because of flood water there. We also have on Castlehane Road 117 near Holly Shelter Road because of flooding there. That's impassable. And also I-140 near Holly Shelter Road, about mile marker 414. The shoulder of the road is closed because of heavy rains there too. So several high water incidents in New Hanover County. 14 roads closed in parts of southeastern North Carolina. Hello everyone, I'm John Evans. Welcome to a special episode of One-on-One. It's the image many people remember from Hurricane Florence in Wilmington. A group of emotionally and physically drained firefighters gathered in prayer outside a home on Mercer Avenue. They had rescued one man from being trapped inside the home, but they could not rescue the man's wife or his infant son. More than a year later, I sat down with a group of those Wilmington firefighters who responded to the scene that day. I'll introduce them to you as we go on during this interview. We talked about the dangers they faced trying to save Adam Johnson's life, the emotions they still carry to this day that they were unable to save Leisha Johnson or little Adam. And they also talked about why, when the conditions of the hurricane were at their worst and they were at their own discretion whether to respond to any calls, they did answer this call for help.
Attention Zone 3 Alpha, Engine 2, respond to 24 Mercer Avenue, 24 Mercer Avenue. across the street of Market and Wakefield. Reference entrapment. Tree fell on the back of the house. People are trapped in the room, including a newborn and 2 adults.
Captain, you told me the other day that the storm was getting ready to make landfall, so you were at discretion at this point in time.
Yes, sir.
And you heard that. What went through your mind? 1 week from today, one-stop early voting begins for this year's municipal elections. That's when you have the chance to pick the people who will lead your city or town for the next 4 years. The races with the largest number of voters are for mayor and city council in Wilmington. And WECT has made it easier than ever for you to hear where the candidates stand on the important issues. We invited all 12 of the candidates running for council or mayor for an on-camera interview in our digital studio. They would answer the same group of questions, ranging on issues like transportation, housing, development, Gen X, and the possible sale of New Hanover Regional Medical Center. All of the answers are here on a special Decision 2019 candidate interview page on WECT.com and our mobile news app. Now, here's how you get to it. From the front page of WECT.com or our mobile news app, look for the drop-down box in the upper left side. Click on it. Either click on the politics page, or it's easier just to go right to the Decision 2019 candidate interviews. That takes you right to that same site. We've posted all of the candidates' answers. No time limit, no editing. The candidate tells you why they're running, what their priority is for the update to the city's land development code. All the questions, all the answers are right here for you to click on and hear. Now, let's go down to a question making headlines right now. Do you support county commissioners exploring the possible sale of New Hanover Regional Medical Center? Let's hear from Mayor Bill Saffo.
I've not seen any factual information or any information that would change my mind from selling to sell the hospital. I think that, first of all, me and you and everybody that lives in New Hanover County is the shareholder. And that hospital is very dear to each and every one of us.
Now, right next to Mr. Saffo is Devin Scott, the man challenging him in the mayoral race. Let's hear a little from him.
I am in favor of exploring options, but I think that we went about it wrong as a county. I think that we let people feel out of the decision, so there's a lot of distrust. You can't have distrust at that level. The entire situation should be slowed down. We should slow down the vote for the intent to sale. And
that's it. The 2019 Wilmington Municipal Election candidate interviews, all in one spot, and this site will stay up live through Election Day, which is Tuesday, November the 5th. Along with being on WECT.com, it's also live on the WECT News mobile app. Now, we should tell you one candidate, Alexandria Monroe, ended her campaign for city council months ago, and another candidate, Matthew Thrift, chose not to participate in our interviews.